My name is Tond. To the world, I was a hardworking man, a loving husband, a dependable neighbor, a provider. But behind closed doors, something different was happening. Something I could never admit. Soft piano notes begin. Tond's life looked normal. But every time stress hit, a bad day at work, a harsh word from a colleague, something inside him grew heavy, darker. His anger wasn't sudden. It was like a small flame he fed without realizing the fire it would become. One night, after a long argument about money, Tond snapped. Not because he was evil, but because he had no tools to cope with frustration. He raised his hand and crossed a line that could never be erased. Pause. The music fades, replaced by a heavier silence. In that moment, something inside him didn't feel powerful, it felt wrong. But instead of stopping, Tond told himself a lie. It was just once. The earth quaked not because of Kononga's pride, but because the great Earth Mother was angered by his selfishness. The ground cracked, and lightning lit the sky like burning fire. And in that moment, Kononga froze. He realized the world did not revolve around his sport or his speed. He saw fear in the eyes of his friends, and shock in the stars above. Voice softens. Kononga's heart shook harder than the earth beneath him. One morning, Aisha didn't speak. She didn't raise her voice. She just left. Not in anger, but in fear. Music swells with tension. Tond stood in the doorway, frozen. The house that once echoed with laughter now echoed with regret. No amount of shouting, no excuses, no remorse could bring back the moments he had destroyed. Pause. That was the moment Tond finally asked himself the hardest question. Am I willing to change, or will I lose everything I ever loved? Tond started with one small step, admitting he needed help. Not for anger. Not for stress. But for himself. Soft, hopeful music begins. He learned about patterns, triggers, forgiveness, and accountability. Some days were good. Some days were terrible. But change doesn't happen overnight, it happens one honest choice at a time. Show visuals of him writing a letter, attending counseling, and learning calm breathing exercises. And when he reached out to Aisha, not with demands, but with honest apology and commitment to change, that was when healing truly began. Anger can be a teacher. But violence is a lesson we never want to relive. This isn't just Tond's story, it's a reminder that those who hurt others also hurt themselves. And the bravest thing a person can do is ask for help. Calm, inspiring tone. If you or someone you know is struggling with anger or abuse, please reach out to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or a professional. You are not alone. Fade out with call to action. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you want more real-life journeys that inspire change.